Welcome back to part 2 of 90s Rock in 9 Minutes with Craig Welch of Brutal Juice. There's something really, really cool that you were able to do. And this is my favorite Toadies song, Tyler. You were actually in the music video for Tyler.
Filmed it in California.
Nice.
That was a fun day.
You wore makeup in a dress, right?
Yeah, I wore makeup and a dress and ran around. And also a jumpsuit with some goggles and ran around. Busted through some doors, slid down the hill.
Nice.
That was fun. But we did hit 2 horses coming back from a show in Oklahoma one morning.
You ran into 2 horses?
Yeah, that was a bummer. These horses got out, were in the road, and Sam said there was 5 horses in the road, and he did the best he could, hit 2 of them.
So he was trying to hit all 5, but he only hit 2 of them.
No, he was trying to miss them all, but
He said he did the best he could.
he did the best he could by hitting 2.
Okay. We can't get into Brutal Juice without talking about Scott Bain.
Right.
So what's the deal with Scott Bain? Where did he come from, and why did he do what he did?
It was like one night at the show we're playing in Dallas, he decides that he's going to go in with no clothes on. And it was like a fetish ball was happening at the place we were playing. So he fit in. It's like, it was perfect. He became the naked dude that shows up at Brutal Juice shows.
You guys had a nickname for him. What was his nickname? The Banecorn, wasn't it?
The Acorn.
The Acorn, Banecorn. And that was in reference to
his penis.
It was in reference to his penis and testicles, which resembled an acorn, correct?
I thought it did.
It was sort of like a Gigi Allen element to the shows, without the doo-doo, right?
Yeah, well...
Oh, did he do that too?
No, he didn't do.
Okay, that's good. So it started out as a fetish.
Yeah, the Acorn man.
But why did he keep doing it? Was it just like it just clicked?
It became his thing. He had something.
It was his
Being
thing.
a dancer, screamer, and Brutal Juice. Those guys, they gave me something. Your show on cable, Homeless and Denton gave you something, and that, gave Scott something.
And he worked his way into the legend of the band by doing that. Scott Bain.
Scott Bain. Woo!
By the way, I don't know if you realize, but Brutal Juice was mentioned in the same breath as 9 Inch Nails, Korn, and Nirvana in different things I read. Like you guys were in that arena for a little while.
The arena
of 90s rock badasses. So
badass.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
While you guys were recording this album, you found human remains by the studio?
No, we did not.
That's in your Wikipedia.
The Wikipedia, whoever wrote that, is wrong. We did not personally find the dead people.
Well, that's good. It's a first that you are the first artist we've had on to go over their album. And will you do another first, a live signing? Will you sign this?
Man, all right. Let's get Ted in here.
This is rock and roll right here.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, man. Awesome. Woo! Feel that? I do.
Man, thank you. Thanks for asking. That felt good.
Well, I'm glad. Man. It feels good to be with a rock star. Because you are a rock star, man.
I'm a rapper.
And that brings up another good point.
I've been trying to rap since 1983, probably.
And
I'm not that good, but...
I've been rapping...
Ooh, check it out.
I've been rapping too. Sorry to interrupt you, but you brought that up. I've been rapping too, and you produced a beat. Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
You produced a beat for this. correct?
SAM.
The SAM beat. Yeah, so not only do you do rock and you've had that history, but you really do. You make great rap beats. And I wanted you to have this. Wait, what?
Woo! No, really?
Yeah, this is for you. Unopened for you. Well, you made a beat on it. So
all right. Wow.
There you go. Rap to the Future. Check it out.
You remember what you did on the way back to your apartment after we recorded this?
No. What did I do?
Threw up on my car.
Oh, I threw up in your car.
On it.
On it?
You put your head out the window.
Oh, okay.
Over on Scripture. I'll never forget it.
Well, I'm sorry.
You're acting like the rock star.
That's right.
This is great.
That's
Chili dogs and gummy bears.
That was one of the hot.
So tell me, what was Chili Dogs and Gummy Bears about?
Oh, we switching roles. Chili Dogs and Gummy Bears was a rap song I made up because I was rapping in front of my friend. He had kids, and I needed to rap something that was inoffensive. And every time I go to 7-Eleven, I was always like, I would always grab a bag of gummy bears and a chili dog. So I just rapped about that. And the kids were laughing, and so it made it on the album.
I love gummy bears. I want to ask you something.
What's up?
Rap to the Future, SAM. You signed it, man?
Sure I will, man.
Awesome.
It's rock and roll.
Yes.
No, it's rap.
Kick ass, all right. Word up, man. Thank you.
Here you go.
Woo! Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Awesome. Got it.
I specifically remember going to the Toadies Brutal Juice St. Patty's. You remember that?
Oh, yes.
I meet up with you. And then what I remember is somebody giving me some magic mushrooms.
Yes.
And you.
And me too. It was crazy.
Yeah, I remember you gave me a VIP pass, which I had never had anything like that. And I had a.
That was a fun day.
It was, man, and you were kind enough to give me your pass too. You brought the rock into my life. When I moved to Denton and I wanted to become a musician or artist, and then after I met you and got to do all this cool stuff, you really did. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. We're just putting Great Northern Beans on the shelf, and you
It's
told
true.
me you had a cable television show. I was like, no, you don't. Nah. I think to myself, no. And I was like telling you, I played in, rock band, and you're just like, I thought you were looking back at me going, no, you don't either.
Kinda, yeah. Because I just want to fill them in.
Both did.
We worked at a grocery store together, and then
Oh, yeah.
what you were saying happened. Somebody told me, yeah, he went on tour with the Guar. And I was like,
that
no.
was a fun tour.
So you did.
Yes.
I heard they had a giant schlong that they sprayed out on the crowd.
Yes, this is true. That is true.
Well, you know what, man? It really does sound like you lived the rock and roll dream. And I got to be a part of it. And
Maybe for like 2 years or so. Maybe longer.
that ride, from what I've seen, that kind of ride, it's a rocket ride, and, it's got to land somewhere. So you got to ride the ride, man.
For a little bit, it was a fun roller coaster. So I'm just thankful for
You're still signing CDs today.
It's crazy.
'Cause you're like my brother. I've said it before. I really do feel that way.
Well, it's an honor to try to do this with you.
Well, thank you very much, man.
Difficult with the bright lights talking, but thank you for
Yeah.
asking.
Thank you for coming, man.
Solid.
You've been watching 90s Rock in 9 minutes. I'd like to thank my guest, Craig Welch of Brutal Juice, the vocalist, for being on this episode. Be sure to comment.
And like and subscribe!